In a sport where visibility is everything, Sha'Carri Richardson has been mysteriously absent from the track, sparking months of confusion and speculation. Since her last competitive race in 2024, she's gone completely silent on the racing front. No starts, no warm-ups, no headlines, only cryptic posts and public appearances that offered zero clarity on her athletic status. Fans were left guessing. Was she nursing an injury, facing mental burnout, or quietly plotting a comeback on her own terms? For an athlete who thrives in the spotlight, the blackout was deafening, and that silence only made the anticipation for her next move louder. The last time we saw Richardson on the track, it wasn't the dominant sprinter we remembered. It was Brussels Diamond League Finals, September 2024, and she finished 8th. Clocking in at 11.23 seconds, far from her personal best, the performance shocked fans and critics alike. The woman who once torched tracks with sub 10.8 seconds looked visibly off pace and drained. For someone with Olympic ambitions, the optics couldn't have been worse. Questions piled up. Was she injured? Mentally fatigued? Out of rhythm? That race didn't just end her season, it slammed the brakes on her momentum. And no one had answers. Until now. In early 2025, Richardson was spotted overseas in China, right alongside her partner, fellow sprinter Christian Coleman. Photos surfaced, appearances were made, and speculation ran wild. But again, she didn't race. The cameras caught her in fashion, in the crowd, but never on the starting blocks. While Coleman kept competing, Sha'Carri remained on the sidelines, fueling rumors about her training, her health, and her motivation. Was she intentionally staying low to strike later? Or was something behind the scenes holding her back? The contrast between her presence and her inactivity only deepened the mystery. Now, after months of speculation, the moment is finally here. Sha'Carri Richardson is set to return at the Seiko Golden Grand Prix in Tokyo on May 18th, and the track world is buzzing. Tokyo isn't just a city, it's a stage. And this race isn't just a comeback, it's a statement. Facing a field of tough competitors like TT Terry and Brie Rizzo, Richardson walks in as the favorite. Not because of recent results, but because of what she represents. A comeback, a threat, a wild card. And when the gun goes off, all eyes will be on one lane, hers. Let's rewind to 2023 when Richardson opened her season in terrifying form. A wind-aided 10.75 in the heats at the Miramar Invitational, followed by a scorching 10.57 in the final. The second fastest wind-assisted time ever. That wasn't just speed. That was dominance. That was defiance. That was Richardson silencing the critics and grabbing the spotlight with both hands. And while no one's expecting a 10.5 this time, the question is whether she can channel that same fire, that same edge, that same hunger. If she does, Tokyo won't be a warm-up. It'll be a warning shot. Her dream of Olympic gold was crushed in a moment few saw coming. At the 2024 Games, all eyes were on Sha'Carri to deliver. But in a shocking twist, it was St. Lucia's rising star Julian Alfred who blazed to a stunning 10.72 victory, leaving Richardson in disbelief. That loss hit hard. It wasn't just a defeat, it was a public dethroning on the sport's biggest stage. For Richardson, who had built her entire brand on being untouchable, that result was more than a race. It was a reckoning. And ever since, she's been plotting her next chapter. Now in 2025, with a world title under her belt and a guaranteed spot at Worlds, Sha'Carri doesn't have to prove anything. But that's not how she operates. Her return in Tokyo isn't about qualifications. It's about redemption. It's about reminding the world that she's not done. Not by a long shot. This feels less like a season opener and more like the start of a revenge tour. And if history's any guide, when Sha'Carri feels slighted, she runs angry. An angry Sha'Carri is dangerous. This isn't just competition, it's personal. On May 18th, fans won't just be watching the clock, they'll be watching every detail. Her start off the blocks, her drive phase, her top-end speed, her finish and her facial expression afterward. They'll be searching for signs that she's still got it, signs that the queen is back. Because in 2025, it's not enough to run fast. It's about making a statement. Tokyo could be the moment that reignites the fire. And with Worlds looming, every second matters. Whether it's a dominant win or just a spark, This race will tell us everything about where Sha'Carri Richardson is heading next.